Laws of the universe interact with one another, creating this wondrous world. 7 elements of the world come together, weaving your journey. Through this ancient and mythical practice, can you create your own world with all things you've gathered on your journey?
In Genshin, alchemy is an ancient craft that harnesses the physical properties and fundamental principles of matter, and it's barely understood in the present. Its magical and mysterious mechanics are different from the principles that shape the human's understanding of the physical world. Despite all this, the origination of alchemy is still a mystery, as we don't know who created it, and that would be the topic of this video. But before I tell you who's the suspect, let's first hear what rhinedottir has to say about alchemy.
The universe is the dark essence of the true starry sky, and the earth is the accumulated memories of time and lives. The chalk, that is you. The earth is where alchemy gets its name and is the basis of all life.
As you can see, alchemy originates from earth, which is basically the geo element. Interestingly enough, the translation of art of chemia from the Chinese language is art of black earth. And in case you didn't know, the art of chemia is a type of alchemy founded in Ria, which focuses on the creation of life. Life is also another property of geo, as rhinedottir said that earth is the basis of all life, and it's also stated that the archaic petroflowers were shaped by the essence of geo. And let's not forget that earth is one of the 4 main elements used in crafting. All of this just shows that there is a big connection between the earth element and alchemy, with earth being the main element of the one and only Geo Archon Morax. Could this mean that Morax has a connection with alchemy? After all, it's considered one of the secrets of the Adepti, and most importantly, Mora plays a big role in this process, as it's considered a catalyst and a medium for physical transformation, hence why Mora is needed when crafting items. In other words, without Mora, alchemy would probably be impossible. It's also worth noting that the symbols that appear when crafting are present on Zhongli's clothes. And this isn't the only time this happens, because the symbol on Zhongli's back, which is called a quincunx, is considered the most important emblem in alchemy. This symbol also appears on top of the crafting bench in Liyue. What an odd coincidence, I must say. Another thing is that the quincunx is not only an important symbol in alchemy, but it also represents the transformation of base metals into gold, which is the eventual ambition of alchemy. In ancient times, the main goal of all alchemists was to create gold from other metals, and that's how the concept of the Philosopher's Stone came into being. The Philosopher's Stone is the divine elixir of life. It's an alchemical substance capable of turning base metals into gold. Efforts to discover the Philosopher's Stone were known as the Great Work, or the Magnum Opus. This process consists of 4 stages: nigredo, albedo, citrinitas, and rubedo. But in Genshin, the order is different as the last 2 stages are switched, so then it's nigredo, albedo, rubedo, and citrinitas. It seems like the people of Ria are the ones behind the change of the order of the 4 stages of the Magnum Opus.
Nigredo is the first step in alchemy. Albedo is the step in which change begins. Rubedo in alchemy refers to the refining of feeling. Citrinitas is the final stage of the alchemical transmutation process.
I'm sure you might be wondering on how this would all tie to Morax. Well, allow me to explain. As said before, the quincunx represents the transformation of base metals into gold, which is the whole idea of the Philosopher's Stone. Well, not only is Morax the character with the most gold references or titles such as the Golden God or Deus Ori, but his color palette quite literally only contains the colors of the 4 stages of the Magnum Opus: black, white, red, and yellow. Was the change of the order of the stages made to match with the golden aspect of Morax? Could this mean that Morax is the personification of the Philosopher's Stone? Because if you think about it, He is the only person we know of so far who is capable of creating gold, like Mora, for example, which is directly stated to be gold. But just to clear something up for anyone confused, Morax can create Mora even without the gnosis, since it's literally his own flesh and blood. The reason why Zhongli doesn't make Mora anymore is because it's considered a divine power while he's trying to live as an ordinary mortal. I already made a video explaining this point. As we know, gold is considered the absolute perfection of any matter in the eyes of an alchemist, and what's intriguing is the alchemical symbol that represents gold can also be used as a symbol of the sun in astrology, which is once again another thing that Morax is affiliated with, due to him appearing as the sun or standing next to it in cutscenes. And speaking of astrology, it, alongside some other sciences like alchemy, are all specialities of the demonic spirit Morax from Ars Goetia. And as we all know, the archons of Genshin got their names from the demons from Ars Goetia, as well as some of their traits. For example, the demon Barbatos can talk to animals and play music just like our Barbatos. Or the demon Buer, who is knowledgeable in philosophies and the qualities of plants, just like our Buer. This just shows that our Morax can also specialize in alchemy and astrology like his demonic counterpart. We now reach the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing to the channel to support it, and thank you.